Hello, welcome to Symbols for Living. My name is Amber. I am going to be carrying out a reading for Scorpio for the month of April 2016 with regards to their love life. That's for the dating or newly dating, those that are in steady long-term relationships, and also for the singles out there as well. So I've done a variation of the Celtic spread. And at the center of the reading, we do have the Two of Coins, which is crossed by the Eight of Pentacles. For singles out there, this does show me that you may be juggling a bit. You may be juggling. What? I'm not too sure, but most likely maybe a couple of potential love interests. And with the Eight of Coins being crossing it, shows that you are putting quite a lot of hard work into juggling. You are trying very hard to juggle the love interests that you do have in your life at the moment, or the people that you're dating at the moment as you're single. Or if you're not dating anyone, you may be finding the harmony within yourself, because it does also speak to the yin and yang energy, and reining in sometimes of your energy. So maybe you have been putting yourself out there, mingling, speaking to people, trying quite hard with the Eight of Pentacles to do that. And the Two of Coins does speak to finding that balance. And maybe putting yourself out there in a more measured way, and maybe putting a bit more thought into it with the Eight of Discs, thinking more, planning more, working more strategically, and not giving up as well. The Eight of Discs does say to continue and to keep moving forward, because you will reach success and there will be fruit born from all your hard work. What's leaving the situation for singles is the Princess of Swords, which in this card she's depicted as a female, though usually it's page, is a guy or a young man. But in the Thoth deck, which I'm reading from, it's depicted as a young woman who is seems to be surrounded by quite a lot of conflicting thoughts and possibly even emotions, and she is using her mental agility is the best way that she can to find clarity. So it's quite an unstable mental energy, or quite just an unstable female energy that maybe was with you. This could be you yourself. Maybe you now have, you're now seeking to find balance with the Two of Coins, and working quite hard to do that, and trying to let go of all the old kind of negative thoughts that maybe surrounded you and possibly hindered you going forward. What's coming in is the Ten of Coins. So you are actually reaching quite a point of stability with the Ten of Coins coming in. Also cause for celebration as far as I'm concerned, because that is the ultimate completion in wealth. In a love reading, talking to singles, this probably would talk more to how you feel about yourself. Coins that talk about value, so how you value yourself. This card talks to being quite sharp materially, so you may be focusing more in your singledom. Didn't want to use that word, but you may be focusing more on bringing the money in, finding, not even just bringing the money in, but finding that sense of stability, finding, that one perfect person or that one guy or girl that you want to actually settle down with and actually lay some roots down with. So yeah, and that looks like it's coming in. So it looks like there's a lot of stability coming in. The offers that are being made to you at the moment are very stable and are quite prosperous, and could also offer you some financial gain as well, and support you on your journey towards finding your own inner balance with the Two of Coins, your own. And in balancing, ultimately, we do look at the value of things. We look to see, well, what does that value, and what does this value, and is this worth that? Is it worth me doing this? And juggling, trying to find that balance, possibly inside of yourself, internally, letting go of things that you no longer need anymore, and working hard on the things that do matter, which will then bring you in that stability, and letting go of old ways of thinking that didn't work for you. Maybe immature ways of thinking. Maybe you're now kind of reaching a new level of maturity in the way you think about relationships. At the base of your reading, you have got the Adjustment card, which is the Justice card in the Rider-Waite. So yeah, again with the Two of Coins and the the Adjustment card does talk about balance. Again, the cards are asking you to find that adjustment that is at the base of all of this. So this is the major change that you're going through. Crowning the reading, you've also got the Chariot, which again talks about balancing, harnessing energies. The Two of Coins talks about, it's also represented by Jupiter in Capricorn. Capricorn being quite restrictive, Jupiter being quite expansive. It's asking you to find that balance. Not to be too constricted, and yet not to be too open and out there. And, it's finding the value in yourself, to know who deserves it, deserves your attention, who doesn't, whether someone's worth the time or not. Whether you should extend your generosity to that person or not, and how much you value yourself as well, and how that all ties into things. And it looks to me here that the cards are suggesting, or actually asking you quite sternly here, with the crowning and the base of the reading both being about adjustment and about finding that balance. Actually, it runs right through the middle of the reading. It's asking you to find that adjustment, to stay on course. Don't get distracted. It looks to me like there's actually quite a strong focus on your money and work, and maybe you need to find balance in your love life and your work life. The Chariot card is also ruled by Cancer, which also lets me believe that all the adjustments that you are making possibly could be between your mind, or your heart and your mind, relaxation and hard work. Those two opposites need to be brought together in balance, so you can move forward in a positive and reach the success that you're looking for in your relationships. Again, at the base of the reading, we've got the Justice cards asking you to, the Tarot cards are asking you to find that adjustment, find that balance in your life, to enable these 10 beautiful coins that are coming in to really take hold and to become available to you. How you may feel at the moment, we have the Five of Swords. You may feel defeated because of this. You may feel that you put up a really good fight previously, with the Princess of Swords being in your recent past. You may feel that you had to put up a really good fight to maintain your position, possibly in relationships, in your love life, and you might be feeling a bit defeated as that is now leaving. Maybe the person leaving has left you feeling quite defeated. But ultimately, you do need to think about yourself from now on. That's how I read the Five of Swords. there's always going to be a winner and a loser in this card. But the card, so because there is always a winner and a loser, it's like sometimes you feel like you have lost, although there's never really a winner or a loser. But the card and how it speaks to us speaks in those terms to try and get the point across that sometimes you win and sometimes you lose. And ultimately, going forward, you need to think about, well, what caused me to be in the position of the loser, in quote, and what can I do differently next time? And I think you're maybe contemplating that quite a lot at the moment. But ultimately, I think that the message says the answer to that is, how can I do it better next time? Maybe to think about yourself a bit more, put yourself first a bit more. Or if you were the person that was the winner and you feel a bit bad about it, you feel like you had to be a bit ruthless, consider, maybe you were justified in having to be ruthless. Maybe that's what you needed to do, but you're not feeling too good about it at the moment, I don't think. So just try to remain positive and know that in life, that unfortunately is how it is. Sometimes there are winners and there are losers, and all you can do is try and take the experience and use it. Just use it as a learning experience to help you do things differently in the future, if necessary. As I said, you might find that you had to learn that you had to put yourself first in a recent situation, and that's okay. It's got to be done sometimes. So with the Hangman being in your environment, you may very well feel that you're waiting around, waiting for the right person to come along. Everything might seem to be at a standstill, which is leaving you quite a lot of time to think. With the it's giving you a lot of time to think. So it's actually enabling you to take a new perspective on things. Also, we have in your hopes and fears, we have the 9 of Wands. You may be feeling like you've been quite strong for quite some time. Sorry, I need to get a drink. You might feel like you've been very strong and very optimistic and zealous and fought through quite a lot to achieve your current relationship status, or you may be trying very hard or have tried very hard in the recent past to obtain the partner that you're looking for, and you may be wondering how much longer again are you going to have to wait. Looks like you may be feeling quite defensive as well about new relationships coming in. Maybe quite protective of what you've built so far in terms of your financial success, or financial success coming in, and the stability and maybe the balance and equilibrium that you have found through the Chariot, crowning, and the Justice card as the base of the reading, and the 2 of Coins as your central focus, and then 8 of Coins overlapping that or crossing that. Will suggest that you have worked quite hard and you are putting in quite a lot of work to maintain this balance and to achieve the stability in your life that you're looking for. And you're very much ready. With the 9 of Wands, you're very much ready to embark on something new, and you may just be worried about how much longer you're going to have to hold this up for, because the Nine of Wands almost is like you're holding something up, you're protecting something, you're having to fight for something, and maybe just wondering how much longer you're going to have to fight for. Or you may be hoping that something new and very bright and strong is going to come into your life very soon. You may be looking for somebody who's quite sharp and also got a lot to defend as well, because you may feel like you've come quite a long way, and you've gained quite a lot of strength through the process. Maybe you're worried that all this strength maybe you've built up too much strength. Maybe you feel like you've built up too much of a wall, and you're worried people might not be able to actually break past that and get to you. But one way to break down any sort of wall like that would be just to go and have some fun, go and frolic, throw all caution to the wind and have fun for a day or so, and that should hopefully get you out of the funk. So just bring a bit of fun into it. And the reason why I say that is because in this deck, in the Thoth deck, we've got Sagittarius, the Sun in Sagittarius as a ruler or ruling planetary energies over this particular card. So, and Sagittarius does speak to having fun. It does speak to, although having the whole philosophy aspect to Sagittarius, also very much speaks to having fun, and having a drink and not worrying too much about things, and understanding that fun is an important part of life. Also, as the final outcome, we have got the Seven of Wands, which means that you might be putting up a very holy fight, as in you may again be defending what you have worked so hard for, defending your ideas, defending your will, defending your progress, defending your path that you've taken. So in love, you may feel quite like you have to defend yourself. You have to defend what you've you may have to, as the outcome, have to as a single person defend the fact that you are great, defend you may have to find the strength within yourself to defend maybe other people that may have criticized you for where you're at. Maybe you are criticizing yourself, and you're having to remain positive. And maybe this Nine of Wands is, you're thinking, how much am I going to hold this on for? Maybe you're not feeling that confident, especially with the Five of Swords being where you are, how you're feeling right now. This card does suggest that you're having to really fight for that sense of self-esteem, I guess, within yourself. But you're putting up a good fight. You've got a lot to fight for. You've got a lot of great things coming in. So hopefully you won't need to fight for much longer. And the Seven of Wands just does say, don't stop fighting. You've got something to fight for there, no matter what anyone else wants to say. No matter even what you want to say about the situation, stay positive and you will find success. The card at the bottom of the reading is the Princess of Cups, which would equate to the Page of Cups. So overall, it looks like you are learning a very new lesson in love, or you're looking at love in a brand new way. You're taking baby steps in love, maybe. Maybe you're only just starting to really open up to the idea. But still quite serious about it. You're still being quite practical about things. You're still quite grounded. So that might be why you're taking baby steps. You're not kind of going off, getting lost in the dream. you are taking baby steps in your love life, which probably will be a good thing, because I think at the moment your love life needs balance in order for you to move forward. And there is a lot to be gained through that, with the 10 of coins coming in and the 8 of coins crossing you. So moving on to those in a relationship, again, maybe kind of silly arguments and old ways of really useless thinking are now thankfully a thing of the past, and you're now, between yourselves, have found that balance. You know now when to push, when to pull, what buttons to push, when to push them and when not. Yeah, you've now in your relationship reached that stage, and you're now working really hard together to build some really strong foundations. And because of that, you're drawing in this beautiful 10 of coins energy, which is bringing that stability to you. This stability that's being brought in is going to require some adjustment. You can't go on as you were before. The energies were way too scattered. It's asking you now, the cards are asking you now to bring that all into alignment and to find that balance in your relationship. Maybe not getting too emotional, and at the same time not focusing too much on work and all things that are non-emotionally driven, and finding that balance in your relationship to bring you both happiness. You yourself may feel defeated because of this. Maybe you had a lot of points to put across. Maybe you realized that actually you were wrong about a few things, and that more balance was needed. Yeah. And this now causes the environment between you and your partner to be quite stable, a lot more thoughtful. It's giving you a brand new perspective on your relationship. You're thinking about things completely differently. But thinking about things completely differently has brought in a lot of balance. Your fears are, are we really going to have enough juice to fight through this? Are we really going to get through this? And with the 7 of Wands being the outcome, it looks like you are going to keep on fighting. You are going to fight for what you believe. And it's a holy fight. I see that as, whenever I see the 7 of Wands, I see it as a holy fight, as in very much justified defending of your will. So yeah, just keep up the good fight. It looks like you're going to have success. And overarching, again, as I said, we've got the Princess of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which does still speak of a lovely, fresh, kind of brand new love coming in. Yeah, possibly even for singles as well, a brand new love coming in. But for people in relationships, this is talking about a brand new kind of take on love. You are looking at each other with, brand new kind of rose tinted glasses. You're seeing each other maybe differently, and you loving each other in a maybe different way, maybe a more pure, honest way. So yeah, that sounds great. For those of you newly in relationships, like just started dating someone and you don't really know where it's going, again, it looks like you yourself, you've had to you've left this kind of clouded way of thinking, may possibly left an immature way of thinking, or maybe even left quite an immature partner, quite possibly. And you're now finding that rebalance in yourself, and having found this new person, it maybe is quite a lot of hard work to remain balanced, and to remain balanced in the relationship, and to come out of the situation. Maybe it was a lot of imbalance with the Princess of Swords, a lot of heated discussions and pointless arguments, and you're now finding this balance within yourself, and it may be proving to be a lot of hard work, but it is bringing in, as I said, the 10 of coins. So the relationship that has come in is very stable, and looks like you could actually have quite a long-term stable relationship with this person. or maybe just a long-term friendship. Who knows? You know how these things go, but it's looking really, really stable. And with the Princess of Cups overriding the whole reading, it does suggest that it is like a brand new, very pure, very slow moving, young approach to love. So you may very well be friends first. And be very pure and honest. We then have the Chariot card and the Adjustment card, as I said before. It's basically saying, you know, the best way to achieve this balance is to, show yourself some compassion in terms of balancing out your head and your heart. You may feel pulled in two directions for whatever reason. Maybe you do feel pulled in two directions in terms of where you're coming from and now where you're going to. Chariot card does speak of moving forward. So the relationship is moving forward, but it's only going to really move forward if you adjust and you do, manage your energies. Don't get too emotional. Don't get too caught in your head. Try and find that middle ground. But ultimately, adjustment is about knowing what works for you as well as what works for the other person. So it's really thinking about what you need, what the other person has said that they need, maybe having those kind of discussions, who needs what, and then finding your own balance through that, or finding balance in the relationship through that to make sure that you're both happy. Again, the Five of Swords at the base of the reading. For those of you newly dating, you may feel defeated. Maybe this person, you're still kind of feeling the burn from the previous relationship and still feeling quite defeated in yourself, and still quite contemplative as to what went wrong and why it went wrong. You might find yourself in a completely different situation now, with the Hangman being in your environment. You're looking at things a completely different way. And again, as with the people in long-term relationships, it's about how long can you fight for? How long can you keep this up? How long can you keep this balance going? Because again, we've got the 9 and the 7. They're both odd numbers. When they're odd numbers, again, it always reads to me that some balance needs to be found. Something's uneven, or you need to stand out. You need to say your piece. Because there's always one that's odd, that's out. So, I think this whole reading talks about balance. Finding that middle ground, finding that one road that works for you all, for you both even. But you may feel like in this relationship, you really do need to defend yourself. Defend what you think. And I think with the Adjustment card being ruled by Libra as well, sometimes Libra or the Libra energy can be quiet. You just want to do anything to create a balance. But I think I've been asked to, by the cards here, is to not just give in, fight for what you know is right, and then find the balance. Know that what you want is also equally as important as what the other person wants. But you've definitely got something to fight for here. So good luck. And I hope that helped. And if you have any questions or any queries, please leave a comment below. Otherwise, I will see you in May. Sorry that these videos were a bit late. It's my first time doing this. I've got a lot to learn about YouTube. But hopefully next month I'll be more on time. Okay, take care. Bye.